Long time no see, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good, all right.
Good.
Thomas, how would you look at the 2017 season to 2018?
I've kind of mentioned this before. Obviously there's missed tackles, but then there's also, getting people in right situations. So I played a lot and kept my body healthy, or played a lot less from both years and kept my body healthy. And it was the right thing for my body and keeping me healthy. So it's one of those things where, as grown men, I know what the best situation is for the team, and I thank them for that very much. And I just knew putting people in different spots was going to make the team better, and that's what I saw out there.
You weren't on the Buckets watch list after being on it last year.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that? Does that matter to you?
I mean, not really. Just realizing, it is a true privilege, and for all my teammates who made the list this year, I'm very, happy for them. Always will be happy for them. The best thing for them is getting them that recognition that they deserve. But like me, it doesn't really affect me and how I play. I'm still gonna go be the best leader and teammate I can be, support them in everything they do.
How much carryover, if any, is there from the way you guys finished the season last season?
I mean, there's always a lot. We try to keep that in the past, knowing that there's a whole new season now. But we know as a team what we can do and what we're capable of now. We kind of saw that the last 4 games, and we're just looking forward to getting out on the field today, or a couple of days.
Thomas, what is Joe Rossi's personality like?
It's funny, we're alike. So what you see from me is kind of what you see from Rossi. Kind of quiet guy, but very smart, knows what he's doing. Doesn't take anything for granted, and he's always a detail-oriented guy. Everything kind of, perfectionist is what he is, and that's kind of what I see, and that's why we get along so well.
How do you see him sliding? I mean, it's one thing to be a position coach, and then to be a coordinator and be over the whole unit. His style, personality fit that pretty well.
Yeah, it does, especially because, he was coaching with all the D linemen, so he's got a pretty good relationship with them. It wasn't just, he's kind of just came in as a DC, which is very hard to do. But so he kind of had a relationship with the D linemen already, and the LBs and DBs already knew him, and he kind of fit right well with our room, the LB room. And like I said, we're a quiet group of LBs and kind of just smart and just like to get to work and get the attitude. When it's time to go to work, it's time to go to work, but we also have fun. He's a little bit of a jokester.
What do you think, Rossi's immediate impact when you came in the middle of last season, but then maybe how that can grow or develop when he's had this kind of full off season to prepare?
And I've said this a lot, his detail, his perfectionist idea, everything needs to be perfect, hand placement, footwork, especially in our linebacker room. But he's just such a detail-oriented guy, and he made us want to care about our details, not just, making the play, but making the play and doing more than that. Not just being in your gap, but being in your gap and making the play, having the right type of hand placement. And that's what took our game to the next level as an LB core, because we're able to do things that we didn't know we were capable of doing last year. And you kind of see that in the last couple games.
You look slimmer this year. Was that a goal of yours?
Very much so. I appreciate that. It's always good to get that acknowledgement. But yes, that's Coach Nick on the strength staff and the nutritionist staff. They all knew the best weight for me to play at, and I did the work, but they put in a lot of time and effort to make sure I got there. So credit Coach Nick on his staff and the nutritionist staff.
Where did you drop?
About 8 pounds probably of fat. You don't really see it, but you can see it. So just my fat was trimmed off.
Did you make any major diet changes or give anything up?
No, just extra work and kind of, I don't want to go into all the details of it, but, just extra work. Coach Nickel, always that little guy on my shoulder saying, is that the right thing? Okay, so he just emphasized there's nothing you need to do to stay, in your goal weight. He said just make sure you're always eating right. There's nothing overworking you doing extra work. It was more just, make sure the time you put in, you're working hard and then eating right all the time. He said if you're a college student, I get that, but if you want to go places, you got to train yourself to be a professional.
Thomas, the end of the Barber line here, what's that mean to you?
Hopefully there's more coming. Yeah, hopefully there's more coming. I got a couple nephews and a niece, so hopefully it's not the end of the Barber line, but it's a special moment. The family's all excited for this final year. It's the final year for a while, hopefully, so I'm just looking to do the best I can to represent Minnesota, my family, and the Roller Boat culture.
Thomas, Coach Fleck was talking a lot about becoming a player-led team. How much of a difference in approach have you noticed just with the
guys as they get ready for camp?
It's very much different. I mean, we have lots of more meetings just with the players. We're talking, communicating more. When something happens, players come through us. Then, if something's not manageable, we go to coach. So just not going to the coaches right away, coming to us for issues, problems, and most of that is just field stuff too. And we can always talk about this when you know the offense and the defense and you kind of know the culture. It's easier to be a player-led team. We did a lot of learning, a lot of understanding what Coach Fleck wanted, and now we got that. So it's easy to kind of see the transition we're making right now.
Do one more for Thomas.
What's life going to be like without Cashman, and what have you seen in the young linebackers?
Oh, without Cashman. Oof. Just kidding. I love Cashman. But, no, he's definitely set an example for all of us. His story is inspirational to a lot of people on the team. The state of Minnesota, being a homegrown guy, first of the homegrown to leave. So that's all of our goals. And the young LBs, they just have a lot of fiery energy in them. They're excited. It's kind of hard to contain their excitement for this. So I'm looking forward to see them and how they approach this fall camp. Always giving them advice, what to expect. I'm not going to let them go in there blind, not knowing how a fall camp goes. It's pretty grueling, it's long, but, we can make fun out of it.
Thomas, what's the motivation level like for the guys, knowing that nationally you guys are kind of projected all over the map, even as low as last in the West? What's the motivation there to kind of prove people wrong?
I mean, we're always motivated every year, regardless of, what our projections are. My dad always says, don't believe the hype because you still got to play the game. And that's kind of like what we have with the row the boat culture and our how and the hyper culture. We got to do the process and we got to go to work still. So hype is all fun, but you still got to put in the work.
Awesome. Thanks, Thomas. We'll have Rodney in just a minute.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.